I remember back in 2018, I remember a tragic incident when I was around 10 years old. I was just gaming like I did back then. I was just gaming on my computer, and I remember hearing my dad yell so loudly like I'd never heard before. And he said, get out, Josh, get out." Like he was screaming. And then my room was like all the way at the end, and I heard his voice from the kitchen, which is like polar opposites from each other. And in between that distance is my bathroom. My bathroom caught on fire, and I didn't realize because I had my headphones on, I couldn't hear anything, and I was just focused on the game. And I remember when that had happened, we were on the second floor, and my grandma was on the first floor, and he told everyone to evacuate the building. Ambulance came. It spread like crazy. It was spread from the second floor bathroom to the first floor bathroom. It was awful. It was tragic. And at this time, my mom and my sister weren't living at my house. They were in Louisiana because my sister was in the army. She was stationed there, and my mom was there because she had a kid. So they had their own busy situation happening down there, and we were up here. So we were alone, just us two, me and my dad. We had to go through that tragic event when I was just 10, and I remember running by it, and I saw only a glimpse of it, and it was like something I'd never seen before. It was kind of crazy. I saw it kind of seeping to the first floor, and it was awful, to be quite honest, to be frank. And I didn't really process that until like 2 weeks after, when we were living with my grandmas, and we were all jam-packed in there, me and my dad. And we both eventually went to Louisiana. I remember us flying to Louisiana like 2 weeks after, and everything was just going wrong for me. I remember it being the beginning of 7th grade, and this is all piling up. Like, I don't know why this was happening to me. Not the beginning of 7th grade. It was the summer of 6th grade, going into 7th grade. And I was just like, why is this happening? My house just got taken away from us. My sister has a kid. I don't have my mom here with me. We went to Louisiana, and down there it was just hot, and I didn't have my friends there. I didn't have anything, but we were forced to go there because my sister needed help. And being a kid, I'm a kid. I was bored, and I was just, the only thing that was left was just thoughts. And I remember this one day in Louisiana, I was in a room. I forgot where specifically, in my sister's apartment, but I was in a room. I think it was her room. Yeah, I believe it was her room. And she had a printer. And I was looking at it. I was looking at the ink. And I was thinking, I'm so fat. I'm huge. I look terrible. I look ugly. I'm miserable. No one likes me. I'm ugly. I have nothing going for me. I just got my house taken away. I just saw my house on fire. and I was processing, I was thinking, and everything was, I was on an all low. I've never been so far down in the depths of my thoughts since that day. So there was this printer there, and the ink was there. I remember it being in its separate cartridge, and I remember thinking, like, why don't I just drink this and just die? I want to die. There's nothing else going for me. And I remember staring at it for a couple seconds, like legitimately processing the thought. I was 10 years old and I was thinking like that. And I remember being legit, like legit looking at the ink cartridge and being, let's just do it. Like, I just wanted to poke a hole through it and just drink it. I just wanted to do damage to myself because of what everything was going on. I couldn't handle it, and I was just a little kid. I was in literally the worst point of my life I'd ever been in. Ever. I was the biggest I've ever been. I was the saddest I've ever been. Everything, all the above. And I was just 10 years old, getting into 7th grade. And I remember there was just one day in Louisiana where I decided to open up to my mom, and I was just 10, and I ended up bursting out crying like I never ever did before, talking about my weight, talking about what crappy situation we were in. And I remember bursting out. It was awful, and it did help though. Opening up did help, and I got a therapist for my 7th grade year. I saw her every week for my mental health, because it was a lot, and we were looking for an apartment then when I was in 7th grade, and we found one, and thankfully things got better. I started going to therapy, so things got way better, and that helped for a little bit. And then that's around the time, like a couple months forward, going into more 7th grade, I started going on my fitness journey. And from there, I'm here. And my self-improvement journey began from there, and I started picking myself up a lot. But I wanted to make this just to show that I just didn't start off, good. It took a lot of negativity and negative thoughts to really get to where I'm at right now. And that's not even the main reason why I'm kind of just talking and making this. I'm making this just because I hope whatever problem or whatever, anything that's bothering you deeply, I hope whatever you have going on wrong with you right now, whatever situation it might be, please talk to someone. Please reach out. Please say something. Someone that you trust. I get it could be hard talking to a parent because you're scared of what they might say, of being judged. I get that. But let it be someone you can trust, a friend. Let it be a sibling, a counselor, a teacher, someone, please. Because what I've realized that if you build all that emotion inside of your body, it'll build up to that point where it's like, I want to do harm to myself. And I hate where I'm at right now. And thankfully I didn't follow through with it, but I was dang near close. And if there was anything else that had gone wrong in my life, then yeah, I would have harmed myself. I would have done damage to myself. And from that, I kind of understand why people do it to themselves, you know. I'm not saying that I completely understand, like, why people commit, you know. But I kind of see where it's coming from. I kind of have been there a little bit. And I know it's hard to open up. Because it's scary. You don't want to be judged. It can make things worse. But whoever it is, let it be someone that you could talk to. Because that will make things so much better for you. And I remember I opened up to my mom about it. I was just bottled up with pure emotion. I had to let it out somehow. And I remember when I was around that time when I did open up, it didn't even seem like I did open up. It was just me just being angry at her. But then from that anger, I told her like this and that and that and this. And I was just bawling, crying my eyes out as just a 10-year-old kid who'd had his house basically just stripped away. And I was fat and stuff like that. But I'm making this just to please reach out to someone. And I hope whatever you're going through, it will get better. It will definitely get better. Oh yeah, it will. I can assure that. Because I was in a pretty crap situation. And now I'm here. I remember I was living in a bad part of my town, a really noisy part of my town. And my house caught on fire. And then we moved to a better part of my town. And we found an apartment that was pretty nice. And things got better. And now I'm here in Manchester, a way better town from New Britain. It's so quiet here. It's so nice. And it gets better. It's a lot of time and a lot of work, but it gets better. And I hope whatever you're going through, to not keep it inside, because that's the most damage you could do to yourself. And I wouldn't wish those thoughts on anyone, no matter who it was, because it's a scary place. But again, please reach out, no matter who it is, no matter whatever what it is. Just please do it, because you matter. You do. I hope you realize that. I hope I can make you realize that.